Hemp wasn't banned because it was dangerous. It was banned because it was too useful, and the wrong people were about to lose a great deal of money. This is the story of how one of humanity's most valuable plants was outlawed not by science, not by public health concern, but by a newspaper magnate, a treasury secretary, and a man who ran the most effective propaganda campaign of the 20th century. He was the architect of a campaign that would change history forever. Hemp had been with humanity for thousands of years. Sails, rope, rigging, ship repairs. Virtually every major sea voyage in history relied on it. The Mayflower almost certainly carried hemp. It was mandatory to grow in both Britain and the United States. For decades it was accepted as tax payment. Then came the 1930s. Hearst owned vast timber holdings. Hemp threatened to make his timber worthless. So he used his newspapers to run a campaign portraying hemp and marijuana as the same dangerous drug. The second was Andrew Mellon, Treasury Secretary. He had invested heavily in DuPont's synthetic fibers like nylon. Hemp was the competition. He appointed his nephew-in-law, Harry Anslinger, to head the Federal Bureau of Narcotics. Anslinger ran the propaganda. He produced reefer madness and testified using fabricated stories of violence. The 1937 Act didn't outlaw hemp directly. It taxed it, then made the tax stamp impossible to legally obtain. You needed a license to grow. You needed to already be growing to get a license. Nobody could comply. The fine for non-compliance was $2,000 or 5 years in prison. An industry served for millennia was gone. There was one exception. During World War II, the US government quietly reversed course to grow hemp for victory. The moment the war ended, the ban returned. The film was suppressed. Copies were destroyed. The last commercial fields were planted in 1957. It took until 2018 for hemp to become legal again. The plant didn't change. The politics did. At Whole Hemp, we believe understanding this history matters. It explains why so much was lost and what we're now working to bring back. Whole Hemp, the whole picture.